Hello and welcome. My name is Era and today I'm reacting to the music video for Star! By YENA feat. Hatsune Miku, which is still a crazy collab, I would like to add. But I think everyone can agree this fits. I haven't heard anything, but I did see a little bit of the teasers. Nothing major, just like a little bit of pictures here and there. So I'm going in completely blind with no expectations, and I think we should just get into it. Fascinating. I am delighted. This is exactly what I hoped it would be. I feel like there's no other artist that would fit a Vocaloid collab like YENA does. So this is a perfect choice. I'm gonna be honest, I like Vocaloid songs. I usually dislike J-pop songs just because a lot of them are very cutesy and that's not necessarily something that I like all of the time. Even just from this, 40 seconds? It's cutesy but in a very Vocaloid style. So this song works very well as a cross-section. And I think it also definitely helps that YENA's style was already into this direction. I would say her previous songs, I haven't followed YENA closely, but I definitely heard the songs that she released. And this song fits in very well with her discography, but also with the general, I'm going to say this very carefully because I don't actually know, with the general more popular Vocaloid style. So at least in terms of Hatsune Miku, I think this fits together pretty well. Who came up with this idea? Who went to YENA and was like, or who went to her management and was like, let's do a collab with Hatsune Miku? Because it's not like it's difficult to get Hatsune Miku on a song. It's pretty easy. That's kind of the whole thing with the Vocaloids. Choices have been made, and these choices were good. The staff is great. Ah! I was honestly really worried about how Miku would sound on this because for me personally, Vocaloid songs are always hit or miss in the original form. I'm more of a cover listener. So I wasn't sure if I would like this, but this fits really well together. The way the song is made in the instrumental itself already has some of the digital sounds in it. So Miku fits right in there because her voice obviously is kind of robotic. So they planned for that. Either consciously or subconsciously, doesn't matter. They planned for it and it fits in perfectly. So I have no complaints. I'm rather fascinated right now. Let's go back a bit. I want to hear that again. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They absolutely did. I didn't even consider this. This is a great touch. If you don't know, all the Vocaloids have a tattoo on the arm that I think just symbolizes which number they are. And I don't know if it's the order in which they were created or the order in which they came out. I just know they all have a tattoo on the arm. So putting this in as a thing that YENA gets is an incredibly nice touch. And I didn't even think about this. This is beautiful. This is a great idea. This is kind of an obvious thing, but I don't think that idea would have come to me. So I'm impressed. I didn't think I would be so delighted by this music video, but I am, so... Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Hold up. This is a great shot. White sets are either used very well or kind of poorly. Using the props here with a significant amount of color in them is a really good choice. I wasn't too sure about the backup dancers at first, and like I understand YENA as a solo artist, so she kind of has to rely on backup dancers to a degree. But at first I wasn't sure about them. Now I do kind of get it, but I'm also wondering if it might have shifted the vibe a little bit if it was just YENA and Miku. And even though I wouldn't say the lyrics are that deep, they sound good, and the meanings are pretty nice. I think, at least. I do have the English subtitles on. I'm not reading them actively all the time. I'm just kind of like inputting the information in my brain and see what sticks. But this is pretty good. The choreo is also so cute. Can I be honest right now? I have no idea what language she's singing in. And I feel like I should check because I'm trying to figure it out just from listening and I can't. I don't even know if Miku has a Korean voice bank. So let me check real quick. I know I should know this, but I assumed I could tell from just hearing it. It might be Japanese. I'm just going with a guess before I actually check. Okay, it's Japanese. I'm not going crazy. Thank you. Can someone still tell me if Miku has a Korean voice bank? I feel like she could have. Anyway, I usually can't tell from listening, but apparently this time not. It makes sense that it's a Japanese song, also fits with YENA. Honestly, I know that like what YENA does is... Here's how I'm going to phrase that. YENA's songs are what I wish J-pop would sound like. But usually J-pop songs are way more cutesy and a bit more, I'm just gonna say mellow. I feel like that word might fit. I'm not too sure how it's actually used. It's fine. YENA's songs are very much in line with what I like, personally. And also kind of like generally what I look for when I look for songs. I feel like YENA is like exactly the middle line of songs that I like. I didn't think I would like this as much as I do. So let's continue. I don't think we're gonna finish in one go. I'm probably gonna pause again. One thing I am going to say, and I know this would have been difficult, but I know they could do that. I know the technology exists. It's cute that Miku's dancing to it, but I do feel like they could have done it in a way that YENA and Miku dance side by side. I don't know why they didn't do that. Either because they didn't know how to, they didn't have the time to, they didn't consider it worth the effort. But I feel like especially for this type of collab, that could have been really cool because it's not like they can't do that. It would be a little bit finicky in editing, but I think it would be like, I think I could do that if I would have both videos. I could put them together so that it looks like they dance side by side. So I don't understand why they didn't do this. On the other hand, again, I'm not too familiar with the Vocaloids beyond some of the songs and like a little bit of the history. But the Miku we see here is like a very base model. And I would say the voice is too. I don't know if this is a licensing thing or if they didn't know how to do more with it, but I feel like there could have been, they could have gone a little bit further with it. Even giving Miku a custom outfit could have helped a little bit with that. I'm wondering why they didn't. Again, I'm not too far into how all of that works. I just know the basics. But I wonder. What is she doing? Ooh. Is the chord part of the choreography? I forgot what it's called in English. Seilspringen. Is the Seilspringen part of the choreography? Please tell me it is. I know that stuff is always like really difficult in terms of when props are used or when specific choreography parts are like really difficult to do. It's kind of a question of how long are they actually going to do that. But that's a good touch. That's really fun. That's a very good idea to do something. I'm sure they've done that before in choreography, but it is a really good touch because not many people do it. Like, I'm sure someone has done that before in choreos, but I don't have an example in mind. So, it's good touch. Let's go back a little bit. Not the star chord shape thingy. That's great. How much more is there? Okay, there's not much more, so we're just gonna stay here. I love the colors. Colors have been such a big topic in my reactions because colors in music videos have been a little bit meh recently. The colors here are beautiful. It's obviously it's a fairly simple approach by having YENA be mostly pink and Miku with the usual light blue turquoise-ish color that her hair is. So this is a fantastic music video, purely on the basis of music videos. The song, 10 out of 10, couldn't have been done better. It's exactly what I hoped it would be. So this is a 10 out of 10. This is going on my playlist immediately. And this is a really high compliment from me because I usually don't like original Vocaloid songs. I usually listen to Vocaloid covers. Usually English or German covers sung by humans. That's more what my contact with Vocaloid is. I also prefer the synth V voice banks over the Vocaloid voice banks, just because they can be made to sound very human. There are some songs, if you don't know that it's a voice bank, you think it's a human. So that's my general approach to that. Again, here it works because the song already has so many digital elements. Miku's unique vocals that automatically carry a robotic undertone, because they are, fit exactly right in and it doesn't sound displaced at all. So this is very good work. I didn't think I would like this that much. I actually went in with like no expectation. I was like, we're going to see what it does. This is great. I would even say this is one of the better music videos I've seen recently. It's kept pretty simple. Again, I do think they could have been done a little bit more unique things with Miku directly, but simply from how it was handled, the sets and the outfits and how they used color, because the colors they used are very simple, but they are so unnatural that it stands out. But because the entire music video is dressed like that, it doesn't stand out as much as it would if you had a bunch of more normal colors in it. So I do think delighted is the right word at this point. I am utterly delighted. This is fantastic. I didn't expect that much from this. It's always the music videos where I go in with no expectations that surprise me so positively. I'm immediately much more interested in the artist. Do I have to do a catch-up on YENA? Oh no. I have so much stuff already on my list, okay? You don't understand. Maybe I should. I would say song is a 10 out of 10. I usually don't do ratings. I'm just gonna do some right now because I want to. Song is 10 out of 10. No notes. Music video, maybe an 8 out of 10. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10. I think there are some things where they could have done better, or that could have been done more interestingly. But it's like on the basis of execution, it's a 7 out of 10. The colors bring it up an entire point higher. So it's an 8 out of 10. I'm just gonna stay with that. I don't know why I did a rating, but now we have one. This is great. This is beautiful. I like this. But I think that's all I have for now. I'm seriously considering doing a dance practice reaction if a dance practice for this comes out, because the choreo looks so cute. And even though we didn't see a lot of it, I do think they put a lot of thought into it and included a lot of more robotic movements. And I'm saying this in the sense that there were a lot of quick changes in the choreo. That there weren't a lot of like in-between steps. They just went from A to B instead of from A to A, B to A. I'm gonna keep an eye on it and think about it. But I think that's where I'm going to leave it for now. So if I could interest you in some more of my reactions where I get delighted or disappointed, there are more on my channel. I'll link some up in the eye and in the video description. And I also write reviews over on Tumblr from some EPs, mini albums. Depends on what comes out and when I find time. That's also linked And that's now actually everything I have. So, thank you for watching. Have a good day, drink tea, stay warm, and with this, I release the depths of the universe once again. See ya!